So with front floats, very similar thing. It's hands-on to begin with, but then they're going to be able to do it by themselves. There are a couple ways that you can teach this, and I utilize both of them in every class, actually. If I'm in 3-foot water, which is about where we're at right here, I'm going to have him come out, put your arms out like you're flying. Good job. And then I'm going to have you blow your bubbles. Hum, and I can let go. Boom. He's in a good alignment for that. The important part is you want to make sure that their knees are not underneath their hips. They're not trying to curl up in a ball. You want nice straightish line. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've seen some instructors say, be a starfish. That's honestly not super beneficial because eventually the front float is going to lead them to kicking, and you don't kick with your legs out like this. So the straighter line, the better, but honestly, as long as they can float on their front without their knees underneath them like a ball, this looks great, okay? He comes up, he takes a breath, he can stand. I want him to be able to stand up from his float position, just like the back float. So that's one way to do it. Now, if they're too nervous to do it in this water, we can go over here to this water where they can touch, and we're going to introduce that alligator, which was talked about in level 1. Come here, Neil. Okay, he's going to practice being an alligator here. He's going to put his face in and blow his bubbles and slowly let go of his arms. And this is more independent. Some kids do not like you touching them. They're like, I can do it. I can do it. Whether or not they can do it is another thing, but they think that they can. So we're providing them the skills to be able to do it by themselves. He's in an alligator position. Now, Neil, can you put your hands on the ground? Now put your ears in the water and hum. Hum. Good. Notice he's still touching the bottom, but his body was in the right alignment. Now, Neil, can you let go of your arms? Let go of your arms this time, okay? Good job. Also feels safe and secure because he's here where the water is shallow for him. Now, if I was not wearing a mic, I would be demonstrating this hands down, hands on with the kids, showing them how to be an alligator and then how to float. And they say, oh my goodness, can I float? Did I float? Wow, I bet June can float. I bet Neil can float. And we start talking about that. Demonstrating is a really good way because if they see it first, they're less scared by themselves or to try it by themselves. Nice job, Neil. Okay, and then I would eventually want him to be able, for me to be able to sit here and say, Neil, can you show me a front float? Show me a front float. Remember, your forehead goes in the water. Ready? And go. Boom, and he can float. The goal would be at least 5 seconds for this level. And they can hold their breath for that long. And if they're having a hard time doing it, they quickly go in and stand back up. You can be like, I know you can hold your breath for longer than that. I know you can hum longer than that. Can you practice with me? Hum. What? If you can do it out of the water, you can do it in the water. Let's practice in the water, just humming. Hum. And then you do it with the front float involved. Everything is progression based. If they can't do the front float, then you go back a step and you practice just the humming, and then you go back to the front float. And the front float might be, fine, I'll hold your arms and we'll practice humming together. Hum. Great. Now that you can do that, then maybe you start to let go of them. So lots of ways to customize it and make it work for your child and your scenario in your pool.